De mare.
Hello, we're here for real this time. We're ready to go. I pressed the right buttons this time. Alexandra and buttons.
Good.
It's interesting.
I think we were pressing buttons all day long.
Yes, we were pressing
Yeah,
buttons all day long.
pretty much all kinds of buttons. Yeah, I wanna. I don't know if you guys. I just started talking. I just really wanna acknowledge how grateful I am. For the opportunity to share this love with everybody, especially with my two sisters. It's been an amazing beginning of an amazing ride. So we're just in the starting line still. We're still, but we are definitely moving forward and definitely rising at fast magic speeds. Um, Everything about today was amazing. Yes, just like Dima said before, I did learn a lot today. I grew a lot today. I learned a lot of things about myself, and yeah, I'm just feeling really uplifted right now. Uh, and I'm especially grateful and thankful for all the people that joined in. You know, not only the panelists, but everybody who put remarks, everybody who shared um, everything that we're trying to. No, again, that we're achieving. We're not trying anything, we're doing. And that's definitely the difference. We're not trying stuff, we're actually doing. Dima is definitely going to hold us accountable. I know that's one of her favorite words.
Accountability, trackable accountability. Yes, Beto, you bet.
Yeah. So it was very special to really feel the spirit of Bámbula, uh, with all kinds of people from all parts of the world and people who had never really heard that term before. Even they were emanating the spirit and understanding it and living it, and that's definitely what we want to people to acknowledge, that this spirit of Bambula is this unifying force that gives us strength, power, and gives us truth. So thank you for doing this, everybody. Everybody who took part of it. Yeah.
And I just want to say, I want to acknowledge too that so many of your friends, Beto, in the Caribbean right now were figuring out where they needed to be so they could be at this event, donating their time to be at this free event because of the power, not having power in their houses, figuring
Yes.
out where they needed to be, how they could get on their devices, and they
Yes.
made it work. Everybody made it work. And I'm just so, the easy choice would have been like, oh, we can try for some other time. Actually, I don't want to say that's the easy choice because, but that could have been a choice. And everyone was just like, we're going to make this work. I'm going to be there. And they were. And so that's a really big deal. And I'm really grateful for that. And you know what, there's a couple who couldn't, and they were like, we're going to do this next week. Like they're coming through. They feel this energy, and they were committed. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to have in your family, these people committed no matter what's going on.
Yes. I mean, yeah, like Pablo didn't have power in his house, Marianne didn't have power, but they still they made a commitment because they understand the importance of what we are building, and they are part of those building blocks themselves. So they have been also, right now you guys started building this thing over there that we were building here, and we're doing this. So everybody's part of those building blocks. So because everybody understands that the importance, there's no storm can stop us. I mean,
Or tech gremlins.
no storms, no earthquakes. Our voices will be heard, and our souls will gather together.
Will connect.
Yeah.
And our fight will be felt. Our
Yes.
struggle will be felt, and we shall overcome. We are
We are.
absolutely rising. And you know what? When you say we're the building blocks, it only amplifies and emphasizes and reminds and affirms when we say, don't build the bridge, be the bridge.
Actually, yes.
This is what we're doing. We're being the bridge. You have literally offered yourself as the bridge of Africa Week to the Caribbean. Our brothers and sisters, they just, okay, fine. We have some friends here and there. I have a Puerto Rican sister. Alexandra has some Jamaican friends. Okay, we would have put it out there. But the way your passion just managed to just, as I said, magnet. You're a magnet. It's like, hi, come here.
Yes. Like I said, I like to surround myself with beautiful souls, and uh, that is why we met. That is why we met, because we're searching for each other constantly. In all, like, what was the sister's name? Trini.
Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity. Like in all levels, in all dimensions.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. And
So I think you shared the StreamYard browser, right? So you're actually inviting people to come in. Anybody?
that's what I was just going to say. But before we bring people in, I just wanted to take a moment to honor the auntie, the tata of Africa Week 2020, who stayed up, who didn't sleep, who tirelessly reached out, reminded, nourished life into this event today. And let me just share with you some numbers, family. So when we tell you we are everything and we are everywhere, and the power of just the intention of doing this and what its impacts can be. Are you ready, Tata?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just today, we had over 9,000 people tune in.
Wow.
Just today,
Wow.
we had over 18,000 shares
Wow, that's impressive.
of every segment we have done.
Share.
Just today, we have gone up 30% of engagement. And just today, our family has grown in Facebook numbers, 81 members. So when I tell you, you're not just an auntie, you're an auntie and a doula and everything. I mean it. And can we just give Joey Zaza a shout out? And please, Joey, on that. Please click on that link and tap on it, please.
Yeah, it's crazy because I haven't seen this brother in a while. Like seeing his face. But then he wrote me the other day, and I told him about this, and yeah, I knew he was gonna enjoy it. So Joey, if you can come in, on the StreamYard thing, I love to see your face, brother.
Until he comes in, I want to play this. This is a Black woman, I promise you, from someone who, I hope it can be seen, from someone who's supposed to be here, but she's out of the protest. She organized the protest. It's just a 1-minute video. And her name is Cristina Bonita.
Was it on Facebook? Can you share the screen?
Oh, good idea.
Now we have the experience. I think
that would be obvious.
Got me. They don't know. Every time they try to stop us, we get stronger.
I was going to do it the hard way. Okay.
Joey Zaza says, I told you to get used to me. Well, we're waiting to get used to you. Click on that link and join, please. And you'll be with us tomorrow, too. We look forward to it.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. This is Nina Bonetta, or Cristina Bonetta. Let's remove this banner. It's huge. Okay.
Y'all, since I can't be in there live because I'm out here at a protest, I just wanted to read something real quick that I wrote. It's a letter to Black women, and basically it goes, "Dear Black women, I promise you I will never stop fighting for you. I will always demand justice for our people. I promise you one day you will feel no pain. I've seen the sunshine in the rain, and your light, it does the same. Through all your pain, I know it's hard to see all we have to gain, but we cannot be broken no matter how deep the pain. Somehow we will stay sane, no matter how wrong the world is. To us, we stay strong, while those we love are killed in the streets and also while laying in their bed. R.I.P. Breonna Taylor, your death will not go in vain. I promise you I will be like Moses and won't stop fighting till our people are let go. I will stand up like Harriet Tubman and take our people with me. I will rise like the Black Panthers and help rebuild our communities. I will be fearless like Angela Davis, and I will take no nonsense like Malcolm X. I will do my best to follow MLK's peaceful example, but I will not back down like Rosa Parks." Since I can't be in there live because I'm out here at a protest, I just wanted to read something.
Wow.
Thank you, Cristina.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She organizes protests down there in Florida. I can't remember which city, and she is committed to front lines. Like every day. It's like she goes to work and then she goes to another job, I think, and then she goes to the protest and she organizes them and then she goes to work. That's what she does. And she has done some powerful soul searching. You can find it on her Facebook page about her journey through growing up. She grew up in Florida, but her family's Puerto Rican, and she talks about identity and just the struggles of identity and being Black or Puerto Rican and what that means in her family and everything. So if you can check her out, I think she's Nina Bonetta on Facebook, but for this, she's Cristina Bonetta. So thank you, sister. I hope you see this later. Thank you.
Wow.
So
I just have someone here with us.
Yes. Ada Sedella.
Ada Sedella, yeah. But y'all take it that way too. It sounds good. It was so great just being able to engage. I mean, all of the things that you all have been doing have been really powerful, and I just think it's so important for us to connect and keep connecting more from all of this disconnect that was forced upon us. And we know that we're all one people, really. And sometimes we forget that. And so we have to keep showing it, because I am telling you, you can tell someone and they still don't really get it, right? I mean, right now, I work for Los Angeles Community College District, and we have white and mestizo Latinos saying, hey, well, Black Lives Matter is cool, but what about Latinos? And I'm like, you all are acting like there aren't Black Latinos, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Automatically, just by saying that, you're acting like Black Lives Matter is not also a Latino issue. Latino is not a race, right? It's a larger umbrella. So I just think it's so, so powerful, because we have to show people, we can't just say it. And we have to show people the beauty of who we are, and we have to share, and we have to connect. And then when people see it and they feel it, right, then they know, then they feel that we're connected too. That's the other really important part. So thank you so much for this. It's beautiful.
Where are you coming from, Ada?
Yes.
I'm in Long Beach, California. My background, my ethnic background, I'm African American and I'm Afro-Ecuadorian. So I've got North and South America running through me.
Yes.
But so to me, it's like they all came on boats, and some speak English and some speak Spanish, but we're all really the same. So I really feel it literally in my DNA. But I also I feel connected to everything. And man, you get your DNA tested, and they'll tell you like, you're Americas and you're Africa. They don't know. They can't define. When they test your European DNA, they can tell you what street your people were from in what country for whatever reason. But so, and I think there's something good about that, about not maybe knowing exactly, so that we can just keep a broader perspective and not like think of it as like sports teams, right? No, it's just all one big community, and we need to see it that way. Blackness, right? Because that's what the world did. Created these divisions that don't need to be divisions. It's really just a bigger way of life, right? Like you were saying with Bámbula. It's a way of life. It's a cosmology, a way of looking at the world. So thank you for sharing that. It's really powerful and beautiful.
Thank you.
Gracias, Ada.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining our family hour and for sharing this. Is this your first time tuning into Africa Week 2020?
I've been tuning in, but this is my first time clicking over to this StreamYard thing.
We're getting there. Well, keep coming back. Tell us what you'd like to see more of. What do you feel is missing, if you feel anything is missing? And most importantly, I think this is something Alexandra and I are very excited to introduce in September, is we want to introduce a celebration hour. So give us something to celebrate with you, because we so desperately need to celebrate. I mean, the sisters earlier today, we danced with them. We danced with every time Beto was doing that drum, because it was felt. But tell us something that happened to you, happened with you, happened for you, was given to you by the divine, so we may celebrate it with you.
Awesome. I'm here in LA County. I'm connected with, I wrote a comment earlier. You probably, those of you that were on at the time, you have seen it. So I'm connected with the Afro-Puerto Rican community. I first found out about Bomba actually when I was at a conference, UC Berkeley. It was the Empowering Women of Color Conference. And Shafali and her group came out and they performed. And I was just like, what? I'm a dancer. So I looked at that and I was like, what's happening here? The dancer's telling the drum what to do. I'm bossy. I want to get involved in this. This was fun. And so afterwards, I went up to her. And at the time I was living in San Diego. And I was like, hey, is there somebody that I can connect with in San Diego to learn this? I want to learn this. And she's like, yeah, actually, Jade. Jade is in San Diego. You can learn from her. And I'm like, okay. So when I was living there, I started taking her classes. And then I moved to LA. And I was like, hey, who can I get in touch with in LA? And they told me there was a group at that time called Atabe. And so I was looking for them, but you know how sometimes our people they make websites and they can be a little hard to get a hold of. You have to just kind of start getting engaged with the community in person. We're getting better now because we're all forced to be remote, but it was hard. I was looking for them and I was like, where are these people? And then I went to a concert to see Las Cafeteras. I don't know if you've seen them. They do like a son jarocho, which is also, right, Afro-diaspora connections.
Yeah.
And I'm there, and someone turns and introduced me to Kelly Archbold. They're like, hey, you know, she dances with Atabe. And I was like, I've been looking for you. And so then I finally get connected, and then I moved to Orange County, and she's like, well, you know, Hector Luis Rivera, he teaches in Orange County. So then I go start taking his classes. And then I go to a different conference out in Chicago, and they tell me, hey, you should go take Evalise's class. So I just popped into her class. And so I would just like go like wherever I could grab it, right, and take these classes. It was amazing. And then now with everything being online, I'm able to reconnect with all of these people and not just wait till they come visit in person in California. The one thing that made me mad though is I went on a trip finally to Puerto Rico, but I didn't talk to anybody before. I just planned it with a friend. And while I was there, literally all the Bomba folk were in California. I was like, really? I go to Puerto Rico. Everybody's where I'm from.
You needed to hold down the fort. You to hold it down.
Or to stay connected and stay engaged so you don't get your dates wrong. But at that time, I got to go to Loíza and I went into the home of an artist, which I actually have like, I think it's right behind me.
You went to
some of the art, the El Reto, and then the Bombera right there. So, you know, I just picked up all these pieces. And then, so some of the other things in terms of dance that I'm connected with is Catherine Dunham technique. So I would really love to see the Catherine Dunham folks get more connected with this, because she was such a powerful force in the world of dance in general, but specifically with the African diaspora, and also just really anything. I always say that her movement is like the base, like ballet is for European movement. Her movement is the base to strengthen your body to do all of these African diaspora and indigenous movements. It's very grounded and all of that. So I'm connected with that community. So I'd love to see them get engaged with y'all.
Bring them in.
The Association of Black Psychologists, because my day job, I'm a counselor. They do really amazing stuff. So I would really love to see that too, to see that connection, because it's just so, it's like you said, that's why I think I saw your hands doing that earlier. That's exactly what we need to do, because we're really all on the same page. We just don't necessarily know each other.
Yeah.
And then recently today, I don't want to forget the Afro-Brazilian community here in LA too. They've got some really powerful work going on with Rachel Hernandez and Khalil, and they call it extra ancestral. So I don't know if you've seen that stuff, but I would love to see them get engaged here. And then Katia Hernandez with the Afro-Cuban community, love to see her getting involved here too. All of that. And one thing I don't have a connection with, but I literally today just made a connection. So last summer, for the first time ever, an Afro-Ecuadorian music group came to perform here in LA. And so they're called Rio Mira. And I befriended one of the singers and actually bought an instrument from them. And that's my community where my grandmother's from Esmeraldas. And so now I have that connection. I've been kind of bugging them for a long time, like, hey, what's up? I want to learn how to do this dance. Like, tell me who can teach me. Finally, literally today, I got in touch with a teacher there. He put me in contact with her. So now I know a musician there, and I know who actually makes the instruments, and he knows all of the history. That day that he was here, it was the last day of his tour. I talked to him the entire evening, literally did not sleep, learning about the history of Ecuador. This guy knows, you know, it's like listening to Beto, right?
Yeah.
Just knows all the stuff, knows all the people, right? Anything you ask him. So I would love to see him get connected, and also her. I'll be actually taking a class from her tomorrow. So I'm really excited for me. It's my first time to be able to connect with my own roots. So it's happening, right? Everything's lining up just like it should.
Please take our email and send us an email.
Not even just on our email. Send us the email, but also drop all these names. And if you have the link to their pages, put them in the comments so that the family can go and check them out as well. And we'll call on you tomorrow. Inshallah, we'll be talking more about how to get engaged with our September event. Please do tune in, because it sounds like you have an idea for more than one panel and more than one workshop. And if you're happy to take the lead, we're happy to yield. We'll send you the links, and you do what you need to do, because you know what? There's a lot for us to learn. And we're learning to teach. So bring it.
For sure.
You know, it's really crazy because most of the people that Ada mentioned is my family. You know, it's like Hector and Chefali, all these people. So this link is this bridge is real. You know, this link is real. You know, maybe Ada and myself hadn't met before until now, but we had connected. We were connected already. So that's what Bámbula does. Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed. Thank you. Yeah,
beautiful. And meanwhile, Eliijah is.
I know. Oh my God, Beto, reading my mind. I'm just like.
Look at that. Yes, brother.
Ah, wow.
I love that light, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stunning.
So yeah, I wrote some friends that I wanted them to jump in and talk about their experience too, but they can't do it right now. So
are they shy? Well, we have another family hour tomorrow as well. But
Oh,
for anyone still tuning in, yes. And you know what? It's a continuation. I know we have a different name, but that was just a way for logistical um, differentiation, because as it is with these different names, and we're still getting confused because there's so much juice and there's so much things to cover. But this is a continuation. Like our first panel is discussing music and resilience and revolution, right? And our next one is how we revitalize these languages that are endangered. And like you said, your form of resilience in Puerto Rico is still speaking Spanish. And as much as it's a colonial language, it is a language. It is the Caribbean Spanish in USA space.
yes, definitely.
So the theme is sing, speak, stay. Right?
Yep.
Thank you. Our family is invested. Joey, if you're invested, you better hit that tab, hit that link.
I mean, seriously, Zaza, where are you?
Show us your investment.
Spinning all day long.
Yeah,
all
so
day long.
And really, this is a family affair. I was trying to tell my uncle, I don't know if any of you tuned in to my conversation with Uncle Magdi last week. I mean, bless his heart, he put on a suit and a tie and everything. He was like, Uncle Magdi, this is a family affair. Like, we're sitting under our virtual family tree in the village. Like, you can really just roll out in your galabeya, you could roll out in your shorts and just, you have your tea, you have your coffee. And it's what I told Ivalis yesterday when we were arranging. Of course, we're starting. By the way, we're celebrating a queen's birthday tomorrow, so tune in. But I was asking her to sing to start our day with one of her songs with her beautiful voice.
oh my God.
And yeah. You better be ready. She also sang the song together. Yeah.
Everybody should get there. Yeah, everybody should get ready.
And so she was saying she needed some time to have her coffee. And I was like, Alexandra and I are going to be having our tea and our coffee in the morning. Because anyway, by her time, it's 5 a.m. and she's rolling out of bed, but still rocking like a queen. But we're going to need some sustenance so she can join us anytime. Zaza, we're waiting for you.
I think something that I enjoyed about today's day was the strong feminine power that permeated the entire day. It was truly something else, so powerful. It was like, women have the power to give life, to give birth. And that's exactly what this felt, that power coming out of all these people, because it wasn't only the women who had the feminine power today. We all did, and that was amazing. Yeah.
Beto, I just want to say as I'm searching for coherent sentences, but this event, really, the title of it, the feeling of it really came from a quick conversation that we started having after our May event. And I remember you saying on the phone, after you were talking about like, what should it be? You said, oh, well, it has to be named Bámbula. I remember you saying that very distinctly. And we were just starting to get to know each other, which, by the way, was only two months ago. Dimah and I only like 2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
And I just, the way you've shown up to, you really were a partner in this event to us. And it's just, I'm just so grateful to be meeting with yet someone else in this world, that feels this vibe and knows it's important and is as willing to commit all the way, even if it means talking late at night on the phone, even if it means texting 1,000 times so we can get on the phone to talk about this one thing that you know, that just needs to be talked about so that we can get to the next thing, you know, like I really appreciate you doing that and bringing all these high vibe people and just always being in joy, like never ending joy. It's amazing, and it's inspiration, because I forget that that I have access to that too, to be in joy no matter where I'm at. So
it's this form of revolution. It's what we were saying earlier today. We're at war with that version of ourselves that forgets that we have joy all the time.
Yes.
We are at war with that version of ourselves to have. And I think more so, you have given us a very clear example that Alexandra and I can just point to. When people ask us, what are you doing in Africa Week 2020? It's like, don't you feel like it's just all over the place? Don't you feel like you're doing all these things? Don't you feel like there's so many topics? We are all these things. We are all these topics. And this is why we do what we do, because look, this person literally came in for a session. And in that week, ended up having 3 sessions.
Hours ago, you started with us 13 hours ago.
Yeah, I told you got used to me. I was gonna be around. Hermano mío, my sister, everything.
Rico verte la cara con la barba blanca, brother. Yes.
Fort Collins. Who just wrote Fort Collins?
Don't you feel like there's so many topics?
Who just wrote Fort Collins? Who's in Fort Collins?
No, you wrote Fort Collins. It says Alexandra loves.
I didn't write that.
Oh, it's not me. I'm not in Fort Collins.
Where I have family there. That's why I was like, who wrote that on my name?
Your mother. Hi. Hi, Mom.
So it's funny because the way I met Joey Zaza was through some brethren that are heavy poets and do amazing work. We met over there when I lived in Isabela, and I remember we started working on some music with some lyrics and bomba.
Yes.
And that was like, what was that? That was
Bomba Funk. Yeah, that was wow. That was about at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, more because I've been here like 11 years already in San Juan, so it's gonna be 15 years.
Well, I mean, like what you guys were talking today, the key is to mix everything. And hip hop, the way hip hop started, the way hip hop evolved, not so much what it became, but its essence, its original essence, was to take every aspect, the Black community, the Haitian community, the Puerto Rican community, everybody who was in the melting pot of New York City, put it all together and have our voice. Everybody's going to put its little flavor to it. Like, todo el mundo hace arroz con habichuela. Everybody makes rice and beans, but everybody's tastes different. You know, even if you're using the same ingredients. And thank you, my love. And el café. No puede faltar el café. And that's pretty much how I felt like when we met in that place. What was it called? Bamboo Beach.
Yeah.
Bamboo Beach was a great way for poets and musicians and MCs and artists, just everybody get together and share their ideas in an artistic form. I remember, how old was Jessie Ann?
Oh.
My daughter may have been like maybe 9 years old when she had a poetry battle with Poopy, which is my kung fu teacher. She had a poetry battle at that age, and it was just, go ahead, come over. I took it there. You express. You got on the mic. Okay, let's take you away from from the alcohol and everything.
Yeah, our family, our friends had a spot in the beach in Isabela where I used to live, like a restaurant and bar and kind of deck. And I would organize these open mic nights, like poetry, but it was really open mic, So you would get from the thugs in the corner street to actually participate and make their voices heard, because they are thugs because nobody listens to them. So we gave them a chance. So from professors from the university to the corner thug, everybody was equal and everybody had an equal time on that mic.
And I
And it,
think that's what everybody's doing with this platform right now. I think it's very positive. You're actually giving everybody a voice. And I think it's obvious nowadays that's exactly what's needed is not just to have a voice, but have it heard.
I think that's a very important differentiation. We're not giving people a voice. We are amplifying the voice they already have. See, in one of the, I was interviewed with Covered Magazine, and one of the questions they asked was, how does it feel to be the voice of the voiceless? We're not voiceless. Have you tried sitting around the table, around the dinner table of people of African ancestry? We're not voiceless. We have a voice. It's either mocked or refused to be heard, or we've been conditioned that no one wants to hear it,
Mm-hmm.
or we've been told that there's no room for it, or it's not good enough, or whatever it is. This platform is to take that out. And what you were saying earlier about the history of hip hop and how it was to pick and choose and bring all of us together, I will ask you again. You said you're going to be sticking around. So tomorrow, our morning panel is on that. And you don't have an official invitation to be on the panel. Consider this your official invitation to be on the panel, because this is how things work in Africa with 2020. We'd be sitting having a coffee and someone would say, "Oh, I know this person," bring them on. Someone can be writing in a comment and they have something to say. Come on. Just like Alexandra's mom. Please come on.
She says she's
I'll
already.
do anything without my queen, so I'll definitely have my with me tomorrow.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll be waiting for you to tune in. We have two Sudanese American, Sudanese Briton, and what else? Of course, we have Eliijah, and we have a Senegalese, Gambian, American, wonderful sister with a beautiful angelic voice. Come through, join a bit of the history, drop your knowledge, and hear these stories. And let's make something bigger. It's what we do here, right? Teach something, learn something, take something to build on.
Each one teach one. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we just take a moment to look at Eliijah here? Yeah.
At the painting.
It's amazing.
I'm here with you.
Look at that. This one. Look.
I had to bring up the rising, I need a little more rising to it. So we got these things growing up, and I mean, if you look around, I got all these my little buddies they're all growing right there. Bunch of these
Brilliant work,
buddies.
Eliijah.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. Yeah, I'm not sure who that was that suggested Prince, but I'm all for it.
Well, we want them for the T-shirt lines. That was one of the first things I told Alexandra. We're going to be having T-shirt lines with all the great quotes. Beto, I hope you know there's a T-shirt with your name on it. Puerto Rico has not. It hasn't stopped shaking in Puerto Rico. That's a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt, and that one needs to be a T-shirt. But in the meantime, can we make sure Taj comes nowhere near this? I know. Taj,
he's probably listening right
now.
now.
I'll find out where you live.
Yeah. So.
Now, thank you, Taj, for bringing me in here and connecting me. I'm super grateful to get acquainted with all of you.
Ahadi says his company would buy that. Ahadi, jump on.
Yes, come back on. We did say there's the family hour.
Yeah, so because it is family hour, I asked my brother Joe to jump in. My brother Joe is a dear love brother, and he's a Bámbula player from Arizona. And that's Adrian, his wife, from Canada. So I just wanted him to share his experience with Bámbula because he is an Italian American from New Jersey. And when you go to his house, he has a big Puerto Rican flag in the front of the house. And you come in and you got bomba drums and plena drums and tumbadoras and so forth. So I wanted to see if he could speak a little bit about his experience as an outsider before and now being part of the Bámbula family. You know.
Well, thank you. I'm here. It's an honor. Thank you for the invite. I was doing a little kid wrangling before.
Yeah, I can see
Just
that.
two tiny humans. Well, you sent me the invite, and we were having dinner, and we were listening to the new album just dropped by our friends in Plena Combativa from Puerto Rico. So that's always a cool thing. So listening to just awesome women making awesome music and protesting and standing up for what's right, and so it's really cool to enjoy that album. And my daughter dances around to it, and she's not even 2, and it's great. Little bombera planera in the making. So yeah, I mean, my experience with Bámbula is through bomba in Puerto Rico, and as an outsider, I feel like in Puerto Rico as an outsider, I was welcomed right away. You know, I met Beto years ago, 2011, I think, and I called him up and I came down and he picked me up, and I was staying in one of the worst neighborhoods ever.
Check this out. You know, this guy is calling me, you know, from the States. He wants to study bomba. I'm like, sure, man. You know, just call me when you land in the island and you're settled. Give me a call. I'll pick you up. No problem. So he calls me. He gives me the address. I'm like, is this guy staying in the ghetto? You know, and he was. You know, it was a public housing that the government sold half of it to as private housing. And this guy made like a hostel before there were hostels in Puerto Rico. So when I went to pick him up in the ghetto and he's coming out saying hi to everybody, I'm like, yeah, this guy, he's gonna be my brother.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So yeah, you can tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, and that's what happened, and we've been family since. You know, Beto's had a chance to come here and teach. Boricuas do know hospitality. Beto's had a chance to come to Arizona and stay with my family and teach a lot as a resident artist here a number of times. I've had a chance to go down and bring friends with me. We were supposed to go down in May and bring some more friends, but that didn't happen. So we're planning again for next year. But yeah, my experience with Bámbula, especially, you know, with bomba in Puerto Rico specifically, has been very welcoming as an outsider. Like, I feel like when I went there, all these people were like, wait, you don't really speak Spanish that well, and you're not Puerto Rican, you're Italian, and you want to learn about our music, our history of the African diaspora, you know, and all the music traced back through all of these roots. And I'm like, well yeah, it's groovy. It speaks to me. Much different than the music I was studying at the time. I have 2 music degrees from, Arizona State University, which, I love classical music. I love academic music and, European classical. There's some amazing things with it, but world music and specifically Puerto Rican, Afro-Cuban music just really spoke to me. Brazilian music in a very different way, maybe because I'm a drummer, percussionist. It's just all about the drums. And then from there, it's like, oh yeah, and there's dancers and there's singers. And when they all work together, it's this amazing, call it the Holy Trinity, it's this amazing thing. And bomba specifically, so everybody there has been welcoming, and it's been awesome to learn and then come back and share that with our community. As an educator in public schools, I've, whether it's bomba, or Cuban music or Brazilian music, I'm able to teach that to young adults on the daily, in public schools, which is awesome. And it's been really cool. Now, I come back to Phoenix, and there's a big Puerto Rican community here, and I feel like I've earned my clout a little bit, and we've built a group out here, and we have everybody's really welcoming now that we have that group, and there's dancers, and everybody comes out, and it's a big party, and the way it should be. So our group is called Grupo Bombazo, right? So which is a bombazo, which is like a bomba party essentially. But we capitalized the AZ at the end of Bombazo, for Arizona, and it's become a kind of a cool thing. So the community itself has been very welcoming, and obviously Beto and some other friends down there. Marianne, I saw a part of the Al Suba today. It was awesome to see, right behind where Beto's sitting right now. And then Rafa Maya, Sarah Cristina, a lot of other friends, in the Plano community, the Rodriguez brothers, Tito and Axel, been just really welcoming and so willing to share. And I think that's what's been important for me, is to experience that love. And it's been tough to see what's been happening down there, but I always keep posting and say, well, last year on this date, all my friends in Puerto Rico overthrew their government with drums, and all my friends here are like, that's awesome. So it's cool, and we're really supportive of everything they're doing and all the work, and we love having them out. And I've heard people say, like I've heard Beto say, and I've heard Marianne say, oh, probably talking to Dimah or Alex, and like, oh, you come down here and it's cool, we'll hang. That's how it is. I've had so many invites to go back from people I've met one time. Oh, you come down here, you call me next time you're down here, we'll hang, we'll go out, we'll do this. And they're some of the most welcoming people, and it's really been awesome. So.
Well, you definitely earned it, my brother, because that Carlos spoke about that a little bit about how we are welcoming and we want to teach, but we also are very careful to keep our tradition safe.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come not humble, but you come honest, which is a common theme throughout the day. When this guy called me, he's in the airport, that he was in the airport, he's like, yeah, this is Jose. Like, what? He didn't say Joe. He this is Jose. I'm like, what? It's that kind of thing. So you definitely earn it. And I'm proud of the work that you do over there, teaching our beloved traditions and music. And this man, you gotta see him play, dance, and sing bomba. Yeah. So yeah.
I'm working on it. It's a blessing to be able to learn and share. And I said, I'm always truly honored to be welcomed into a tradition that I didn't grow up in, that I'm not part of through my genetics or my family lineage. But it's really cool. So I'm happy to be able to speak to that, and thank you for the invite. It's been really cool. I've been teacher meetings all day, all week. So I've been like checking in and out between meetings with all this stuff that's been going on. It's been good to see. So thank you for all the work that you guys do.
I have a question for Beto. Beto, you were talking about the tradition of bomba and the traditional ways of playing it, I guess. And one of my favorite singers, right, and composers is Cortijo and Maelo.
Claro.
Right? So they're considered salsa by most people, but in most of their songs, they'll tell you that they're doing bomba. Maelo would say himself that this is a bomba. Yes. So where does it stop being bomba, if it ever stops being bomba, as long as you have the fundamental rhythm in it?
Right. Well, that's an interesting question. So people know what we're talking about. Rafael Cortijo is Puerto Rico's number one, because he passed on to the next dimension many decades ago, but was the major drum, el tambor mayor. And Ismael Rivera is Puerto Rico's Bob Marley, pretty much. Ismael Rivera, Maelo. So pretty much the best or the man who had the best knowledge of clave and how to weave through clave with his interpretations of songs. What Salsa is talking about is that their brand of salsa music was different, and what happened was that you know the salsa before it was actually called salsa, it was predominantly based on Cuban music and predominantly done by white or light-skinned Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and so forth. So because Rafael Cortijo and Maelo were black, they had less of a chance of success. So what they decided was to be able to succeed. They were going not to use the Afro-Cuban music, rather they would use the Afro-Puerto Rican music and bring it to the forefront without people knowing they're listening to plena and bomba. It's like salsa, but they're just singing bomba and plena. So definitely they were innovators in that sense, and they were able and were mega successful on taking the music of bomba music and the plena music from the streets to the dance halls, with big bands. The story goes that they hit it with a song. It's on the airwaves. Everybody's loving this new sound by Cortijo y su combo. It's like, wow, this sound is amazing, but nobody had seen them. It was, TV was black and white still, so it was radio times. So there is a very popular show here in Puerto Rico that still goes on today. Is the midday show, el show del mediodía. Back in, it's still like a place where you go to showcase your music or whatever you do, at noon. So they were invited to perform. They come out to perform. All of a sudden, everybody tunes in on the TVs, and they're like, "Oh, they're all black." Oh my God! Wait a minute, I dig it. This is new, this is different. So yeah, they this thing that is called salsa, is everything. It's Afro-Cuban, it's Afro-Puerto Rican, it's Afro-American in the sense of the United States. Like jazz, rock, bomba, it's plena, it's rumba, it's all of that mixed into one. That's why they call it salsa, because when you make a salsa, chop some garlic, chop some onions, some peppers, put some tomatoes in it, mix it up. So that's why it's called salsa. But in essence, what Cortijo was successful on doing was definitely bringing a new sound that was unknown to people around, and that was the sound of the actual streets of Puerto Rico and the actual barrios of Puerto Rico. Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So people are still doing that,
bringing
to say
new sound that was unknown to people around, and how the sound of the actual streets of Puerto Rico.
I can hear myself twice. Okay. I think that
Thank
is
you.
sort of a constant that is going on these days.
Yeah.
Taking
So people are still doing that, bringing new sound that was unknown to people around, and how the sound of the actual streets of Puerto Rico.
I can hear myself twice. Okay. I think that is sort of a constant that is going on these days.
Yeah.
Taking
So people are still doing that, bringing new sound.
Hey there. I can jump in.
The sound of the actual streets of Puerto Rico.
I can hear myself twice. Okay. Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Got a mute.
That is going on these days. Thinking people are still.
Yes.
Okay. Hello?
Perfect.
Mom. Wherever you're watching the feed, you need to turn it off because it's creating an echo. So, Mom, wherever you're watching the video itself, turn it off because it's coming through your mic.
Turn off the mic.
Mom, turn off wherever you're watching the feed. Don't turn off your mic. I have you muted for right now. But turn off where you're watching the video of all of us online, like on Facebook or wherever you're watching us. Mute that. Mute that because the echo is coming through. It's coming through your mic. If somebody invents an app for that.
Wow, that's Mom.
No. Did you know where you're watching the video of all? Mute your Facebook or close it where you're watching us and just be with StreamYards. How's that? There's no echo anymore. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Welcome, Kathy Lewis from Fort Collins.
Ooh.
And now she's gone. Hey, Beto. I want you to continue your conversation because I'm actually learning a lot. But we also want to invite Hadi back on because we would love for him to talk about this app that he has.
Yes.
And so if he comes back on, if you don't mind, we'll find a breaking point.
I was done. Say.
Hi.
Beto, we're never done. Oh my God!
I have headphones on, so they can't hear.
Oh.
So.
Hi.
Say.
But I might have to go back to dad duty.
Thank you
for having me. It's I feel blessed to be part of this community and to be asked to come and speak a little bit. So he's gonna take. You want to be able to? Nothing's going on. Thank you for having me. Say thank you for having my dad. No.
Thank you for having my dad.
Oh, you and your dad are welcome.
Okay, I think there's one more little one that has to say bye. So.
Yes.
Nomi, Wanaka. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Joe, you should know that you're only getting a pass for calling us guys because Beto, Joey, and Eliijah are on here. That's fine.
Thank you.
It's a habit I got from martial arts. I mean no disrespect with it. Usually when it comes to a gym and the fighters are all, be it male or female, the fighters are all unified as brothers. Guys means guys and girls, because once you go through that gate, once you go through that front door, once you take the stick in your hand, we're all the same.
So you're okay with it?
You all women. Hey, women.
Thank you.
I answer.
For this little one here.
It's not uncommon to be in an MMA gym or something like that. All right, ladies, come on. And okay, I guess he means us, so let's go. You don't really think about it, man, when you're in those situations. I kind of got used to that. But
that right there is part of the problem.
I have my roommate next to me. If I just said it with disrespect, I would have gotten hit by now. Oh, wait. There she goes.
Thank you, wonderful human beings, for having me. I'm blessed. Thank you for reminding me, because we need that. I always think about that all the time. Whenever I see something and I'm like, man, like what the heck? These people are doing this and that. It's like, oh wait, yeah, like I should be offended, not for me, but for them, that they have to speak up about it. So every time I think I have that moment, I'm like, oh yeah, this doesn't really affect me. I don't really. Oh wait, no, I should care. It's real. It's real. Privilege is real, and I'm constantly humbled by my friends and the people I know in various communities. So thank you for everything you wonderful human beings do. So thank you.
Yes, yes.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Come back
Okay.
in September. Come and see us tomorrow, but also prepare to tune in for September.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, one word that I say for it doesn't matter who I'm talking to is dude.
Really?
Yes.
And I live in a place where I live in like the queer capital of I think the world. And so in Portland we're super progressive of like LGBTQ and then all the pluses. Like here is this epicenter of that. And I've been called out on dude before, but I've also had people tell me that it doesn't matter. So I'm interested to see how different words travel. People's different associations with the word.
Yes.
So my mom feels like she's old and technology doesn't work for her, but she's done StreamYards with me before as a test run for this very event. And so I'm hoping that she'll just get back on in a moment here. And I'm hoping Ahadi comes back on because I do want to hear more about this app.
Yes, please, Ahadi.
In the meantime,
Mom, you can do technology. I mean, you raised this genius here who built a website out of.
I did. I built the website.
Out of YouTube tutorials. And I have voice notes at 3 and 4 in the morning with excitement of things working out to prove it.
Can we look at it just for a minute? Can we look at it?
The big reveal is tomorrow with the frequently asked questions. Let's actually, Beto, I have someone here who wants to talk to you about a revitalization and a rebuilding project in Puerto Rico. Are you on with that?
Sure. You know me, I'm positive. You know, everything that is about growth and positiveness, I'm down. You know.
Actually, you know what? This is why we need to go to the website, Alexandra. And this is because this is why Beto's on the Reach Out tab. Reach Out Fam tab. This is exactly why he's on that tab. Yay! Mama's back.
Good.
Hi, Mom. Okay. Look at it. Look at this baby. Look at it.
Well, that's the website. Yeah. We're not going to go into too much details about it because we have a whole session for it tomorrow. But I want her to show the Reach Out Fam.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm just realizing I'm not nice. I was like, is she reading my mind? No, I'm just not muted.
Oh, cool.
Look at you there. Yes. Soul brother.
Yeah, man. Uncle Magdi.
Uncle Magdi's on there. Yeah. Believe.
So that goes to Beto's page, right?
Oh, that's like the fan page thing.
Yeah.
These are people who keep showing up and keep sharing our stuff and keep bringing people and keep saying, yes, let's do that. And saying, okay, let's talk about it and let's go, and showing up in the best way that they can.
In every way they know how.
In every way.
Every way they know how. So we really appreciate you, Beto, and I appreciate you being positive and open to these conversations, even after, you know,
sharing your stuff and keep bringing people and keep saying yes.
More than 13 hours of being glued to this to the machine and still being willing to take on more and bring on more.
Well, it's, you know, it's important, and yeah, I just get joy out of this. and that's something that Alexandra was talking about before, about joy, about being joyful and being thankful, and yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to it. The What I love about it is that I don't come with any presets. You don't know what's gonna happen, so it's a living thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my favorite part of it.
As we go, and this is, again, it's one of the things we're learning, and as much as we have some difficulties navigating it, is that really the more we take everything related to Africa Week 2020 as it comes, the more abundance comes our way, because things that we're not prepared for. So for example, this morning, and the matter of me connecting to that panel and how we ended up doing it through Facebook now allowed us to have Christina tune in through Facebook in that video recorded, and we're able to see her, even though she wasn't able to tune in. And Mama's here. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Look at that view.
Mom?
Bring the camera a little lower. I'm sure there's a much better view for us to see.
No,
Mom?
that's the best view.
No.
Welcome, Mom.
Welcome. Thank you.
These are our friends and family, and Dimah I've been telling you about, that we've been doing Africa Week together. Beto is my long lost brother from but Dimah is my long lost sister from Nubia, who I met in doing Africa Week with, and Beto is my long lost brother from Puerto Rico that did today's event with us. And then we're all going to be in Puerto Rico next year, 2021, for the summit.
Oh, yes, great.
Yes. And we have Joey and Ada and Eliijah who joined us for this event, and whether they were ready for it or not, are now part of the Africa Week 2020 family and will be called on more and more and more. Thank you so much for Elijah's feeling.
Elijah's
dancing. Thank you so much for tuning in and for logging on. And now I can use this video to tell my mom, you know what? Here you are. You need to come on as well, because I swear to you, if she's live right now and the two of you are next to each other, you could be sisters.
Wow.
Third time's a charm.
Sisters. Absolutely. And I want to say a personal thank you and send a personal blessing for blessing us with Alexandra.
Yeah.
And all the love she brings to our family and to this world. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you like the event, Mom?
Would I like to what?
What stood out to you in the event?
I forgot, and I tuned in right at the end of dinner, so I only heard part of it. I heard more earlier today. But I like everything I'm hearing, and I kept tagging people. I don't know how many tuned in.
Beto, my mom is Creole from New Orleans.
Yes, I remember you told me.
Beto, yes, Beto knows all about the music and the Caribbeanness of New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I told Alexandra she needs to spend more time there to learn more about the culture.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's like the extended Caribbean.
Yes.
In the United States of America. Yes.
Very much.
Yep. We talked a little bit about Congo Square, I think, today with Dr. Pablo.
Yes.
How it was the center of Bámbula in the United States of America, the only place where the drum was allowed at a time where the drum was completely prohibited in the entire in the rest of the states, but because New Orleans was French,
yes,
they could play their drums, and the Bámbula, I believe, still lives there in Congo Square.
Yes, yes, it does. It's very much alive. Slaves were not allowed to congregate together at all, except for that one place in Congo Square, where they could drum, where they could celebrate their culture, and that was very unique during that time, that there actually was a place that they could congregate.
Yes, definitely unique for the country, and even even in some places here in the Caribbean, there were even here in Puerto Rico, the drum was prohibited at some points in time, and it's it's interesting to know that that is that because it was a different because it was a French colony, it did keep that tradition alive over there
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go. I have never been.
I think when the weather is nice, it's every Sunday. They dance. They have the drums, it's Bámbula, just about every Sunday, and there is an African cultural center there as well, where they have activities. Like New Orleans is not very, very cold in the winter, but it's very unpleasant because it's humid. And humid cold is very cold, and you don't want to be outside.
Yeah.
So, there's once the weather hits nice, it's all summer long.
We're going. Alexandra, we're going.
Okay,
Yes.
so 2021 Puerto Rico, 2022 Trinidad, Nubia in between. We have to go to Nubia, and then New Orleans 2023.
I
Or
get
anytime.
for Nubia first. Thank you very much. We said Nubia. I have the posted from May.
Okay.
Nubia next. We can have.
2022 Nubia.
We have 2 big weeks in 2021. We have May and we have September. Now, let me tell you now, if you come in May, you will leave us puddles of molten caramel and chocolate and all shades of nice things. All our shades will just be puddles of them if you come in May. So I say, we go to Puerto Rico.
May, September, Nubia.
September, you come to Nubia.
Okay, then the next May, Trinidad, then the next September, New Orleans.
Yeah, that sounds
Of course,
amazing.
because this is a family affair, we will be putting polls out there. So stay tuned, make your voice heard, and choose. No, Nubia and Puerto Rico next year. Okay. Can you tune in so you can ask Beto the questions you want so that I can excuse myself and have the calls to continue preparing for tomorrow? Thank you for tuning in, for joining. No, you need to do it from your laptop. I'm going to be using this. Yes. Can I just get an email?
I just wanted to add something really quick. Since you're starting to talk about travel, someone to get connected with is Avita Robinson. She runs a Facebook group that's got over 12,000 members called No Madness Travel Tribe. And it's all about people of African descent traveling more. And she does conferences on it and all that.
Say the name again.
Definitely connected with Avita. No, the group is called No Madness, like Nomad with NESS on the end. No Madness Travel Tribe. And it's all about travelers. A really positive space, high vibrations, everything that you're talking about. Folks are in there talking about travel all the time. So I learned a lot about how to travel from them.
Thank you. Okay, Alex, I'm going to get off now.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for joining.
Wait, is Dad there?
He's inside. I'm sitting outside.
I was going to just say hello.
Okay.
I was going to say hello. I mean, you might as well. You're both here. Now the whole family can meet my family. My dad is a Creole from New Orleans. I'm
Oops, what happened?
exactly a half mix of
And
them.
look in the camera and say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Dad.
Hi. You're on
Say
Facebook.
hello to the 2020 family.
I'm sorry. Too many people talking.
Say hello to the Africa Week 2020 family.
Hello, Africa Reek family.
Dad,
We love you.
how come you didn't come to the whole 13 hours of this event?
I heard we love you. I love you guys as well. I know you guys got some important work going on. And something about 13 hours.
They've been
Yeah.
on for 13 hours and she wants to know where you were.
I'm doing technical background work.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've just been in my garden, no excuse.
Bye, we love you.
Bye-bye, love you all. Keep up the good work. I'll tune in for some hours tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Tomorrow, do you want to come and ask Beto while I have this call? There you go. At least you can exchange the information.
We also have somebody new.
Sandy.
Greetings, brother Beto.
¿Cómo estás, Beto? Saludos.
Saludos and bendiciones. I wanted to ask you for your email information to talk to you about a revitalization and rebuilding of Puerto Rico, especially since the hurricanes and the earthquakes and all the other stuff that's been going on.
Can you say that again? There was some.
I'd like to get your email address. I'm Tamara of the Ashford Hill North Wellness Center, and I would like to speak to you further about planning some initiatives for revitalization and rebuilding projects in Puerto Rico to help the communities there out since the hurricanes and the earthquakes and the other recent natural disasters.
Beautiful. Yes, I will share my. I can write it here, right?
Yes.
So it's my email. Yes. Right now there's brigades going on, people taking supplies to people that lost everything yesterday after the storms. It's pretty, like the infrastructure is still super weak after Irma, Maria, and then the earthquakes. It doesn't stop shaking. So yeah, all efforts that are community based are definitely welcome and they're a blessing. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
You can email me anytime you like, or you can call me. My number is not private at all. My number is all around the internet. So
Okay. Can you put it in the chat so I can get the information?
It's in the private chat right there. Do you see on the computer on the very far right of the screen, Tamara? Do you see how there says private chat right there? It's in there, not in the call.
I see it.
Yeah. I lose things in there too.
Thank you. I've been listening to you guys all day, and then Dimah came over to do the rest of the broadcasting. So it's been amazing. It's been awesome. I've been really enjoyed myself.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Good to be seen.
I know, right? It's kind of crazy.
Today,
I had my place full of people. It was like, I want to hug everybody. I want to
virtual hugs, everybody.
Yeah.
Abrazos from a distance.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I will be in touch. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm going to highlight this painting again, Eliijah.
Yes.
Look at this. Hi.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
Hi. I'm just kind of taking a temperature of everyone here. I'm willing to keep this on while I get myself some water or whatever and watch Eliijah paint. If other people want it to keep going, if Eliijah wants to keep going, if people want to keep talking, that's totally fine. Can I get like a little temperature from everybody? What do you think?
I'm getting towards dinner, but I'm glad to be here. I'm really glad that you all had me on, and just like some of the poets said, that they, you know, they might have wrote what they wrote today, or even there was some, I think, just, well, what you're all doing too, just freestyling with it, you know. I actually time-lapsed the whole thing too with some high res, so we can get some music to this and have that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay!
Multifaceted crew here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Eliijah, thank you. Photon hour.
Yeah, painted ladder on the Instagram, painted ladder.
Oh, let me put this in. Okay, cool. So, Beto.
Tomorrow we're going.
I mean, this day that you and I created has been, well, not you and I created, but have been the holders of today. Because we created with many people, has just been an honor and a real highlight in my life. And even if it doesn't, you might not be able to feel it because my body is shut down, but inside, just jumping up and down, I'm so grateful. And I learned, even in just the process of conversing with you, I learned so many things about me, about you, about our connection, and I'm really grateful. And I also want to say an honor to Irara, your beautiful wife.
Yes.
Who I'm going to continue to try to convince to be part of our September event. Thank you. Even with all the storms and everything going on, I'm so grateful she's there to support you while you're doing this next thing in your life. So thank you for that.
Yes. Well, Joey, gracias, hermano, por tu energía, bro. Me encantó ver tu cara. I love seeing your face again. That's pretty massive, Eliijah.
Thank you all. This was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.
I hope you'll be ready for the panel. We start at 9:15. Get your coffee and your tea ready and some history facts about hip hop.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Will.
All right. We'll be here ready to learn. Well, I mean, I'll be in another house because I'm being very nomadic so I can secure it. Because you know what? The tech gremlins will not get us. They will not stop us.
Nada para la Bámbula. Buenas noches.
Veo, familia.
Bye, Joey. All right, friends. This is the part where it's the hardest part. Saying goodbye to everyone. Bye, Eliijah.
Bye.
See you later.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Eliijah. Thank you.
Well, it's just you and me.
What a river we were today.
We have 5 people left on the feed. These 5 people are the warriors because they're still here.
Yes, please send us your pictures. Yes. On this family. Marisa, yes, we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for affirming what we're doing and that it's helped. We're so glad that it's worked wonders for the social distancing blues because you know what? We all feel it. And so come through tomorrow, and I hope you'll join us into the family hour.
Tomorrow. Hello? Where did this go?
I'm here, but I'm just like I'm absorbing everything. I'm telling you the open mic. I'm not even saying everything that's happened. I still haven't fully taken. You know me, like we do. I don't really take in everything that's happened with Africa Week, any of our events, any of our panels, it takes some time for it to sink in. It's just Alexandra.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Alive, right?
Oh, I thought y'all were just talking. It was over.
We're not. We were. Oh, and we are. But you know,
I think that's a great place to end, though. We'll be back with the community tomorrow. See ya.